on that thing I sent you, that app Clubhouse?
Yeah, you know what I'm about to do? I was just about to, so that's what I just posted on my Instagram, what I'm about to, the next social media I'm about to join. I'm actually about to make mine right now. I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit, because I don't really know too much about it.
Yeah.
I keep seeing friends of mine posting, but I was like, oh, okay, this must be something hot. You told me it's a while back too, and I was like, man, this is another social media I'm gonna have to. I just plugged my TikTok up today.
I was about to say, I used one of my invites on you, so you better use the one I sent you, because shit.
I will. No, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go back on you. I get, trust me, I'm going to use yours real quick. I just didn't want another social media to keep up with, but this one looked like it's popping. So it's like, let me go ahead and hop on it before it's too late.
I haven't talked to you in a while, but you've been obviously busy on television.
You're right.
Before we get into this, because you know I'm an actual fan of the show, so we're going to break it down and some shit. But what have you been up to, though?
Man, honestly, ever since I've been back in Austin, Texas, since my breakup with my ex, and it's been about 6-7 months now, and you know, I've been doing a lot of reflecting on myself and working on me, and I think COVID-19 gave us that freedom to do that and to just get closer to myself, get closer to God and family and all that. So, you know, I had 3 months just reflecting on everything I've done in my life and where I want to be at in the next few years down the road. And it hit me, man. After this challenge, I've always said it every season. I've told people and I've talked about it, but it's nothing but air and it's nothing but talk. But now it's getting to work and it's coming to life. I'm coming out with my own clothing brand. It's going to drop next month. It's called Level Up. We also started a Level agency too, which is going really good right now. It's kind of low key. I actually joined with somebody else that has an agency. We kind of switched it around and stuff like that. We manage a lot of people that are doing OnlyFans and a lot of people that are just trying to do entrepreneurs and start their own business. And what we offer in that agency is we offer websites, we offer logos, we offer e-commerce stores, we also social media branding, ads, and all that kind of stuff, just to start that's somebody that's trying to start their business and coming from the ground up, or these mom and pop shops that have no idea what social media is or how to get their ads on social media or Google and stuff like that. So that's one thing I've been working on, and I'm super excited about that. And attached to that is my clothing company. And we're going to start with apparel. We're going to do joggers. We're going to do beanies. We're going to do, and then we're going to just make our way into the fashion industry. But it's called Level Up, and it's something that I think everybody tries to do every day, is to level up and just get further in life. And it just came to me one day. Me and my guy was just talking. He's like, bro, like, the hardest thing about a clothing company is coming out with the name and coming out with the logo. And I was like, bro, what's one thing we try to do every day? What's one thing we try to inspire in other people and this next generation that's coming up? It's to level up on people, not staying on the same level, not doing the same thing, and just being a better version of yourself. So that's coming out. Hopefully we drop the merch next month. We're working on the website now and getting all the little pieces together. It's a lot of pieces that come into this puzzle, but as of right now, I mean, it's shining, and I'm super excited about it.
I was gonna say, I've seen you on everything. You mentioned like OnlyFans. I see you on Cameo. I see you doing those.
OnlyFans, Cameo. Catch me on Fashion Nova website. Catch me on these supplements websites, and that's what kind of inspired me too. Because another thing, if you look at my social media, I'm rocking everybody else's clothing line, and I've always wanted to rock my own clothing line and do my own thing. And I never had the courage to do it. I always talked about it, but I think during this COVID-19, we all had to sit our asses at home and really ponder of like, okay, what can I do to make money? Not just to make money, but something that makes me happy and I enjoy doing it. And I just don't want, and that's the thing about it. I was finding out things like, I even told you I got into the stocks a little bit. I got into the trading world, but I had to really think to myself, and it just hit me. It's like, Nelson, you're doing all these things for the wrong reason. You're doing it to make money because you see how much other people are making money off of stocks. You don't enjoy day trading. You don't enjoy being in front of a laptop just looking at these numbers. So, you know, it came to me one day and it just hit me, said, find something you love to do and really think about it. Just not jump into something that's going to make you money, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be happy. So as of right now, I'm on this train nonstop, moving forward, and I'm going to keep it rolling, man.
I like to see that. I like to see you happy, because especially after last night's episode. I like to see you do things that you you know, that don't make you look crazy on TV. But since we're already there, let's get into it. You know,
let's get into it.
I know you live tweet during the whole show, and I be on Twitter too, just seeing what people are saying. But tell me, where do you and Fessy stand now?
To be honest with you, Fessy and I have not talked since I left the battlefield. I have nothing to say to that guy. I've always thought about it. I forgave him. You know, I didn't physically say, hey, blah, blah, blah. He sent me a text message on my birthday saying, happy birthday, bro. I apologize. I should have never done that. I regret it. If I can go back in time and take it back, I would. But this guy sent me this text message a month later on my birthday. He was been off the show for about a month. So honestly, to me, that was bullshit. If you were a man, you would have picked up that phone call and called me, not sent me a text message like a female. No disrespect to all you women out there, but that's what I look. When I see this text message, I'm like, dude, like you obviously don't care enough to pick up that phone and call me and send me a text on my birthday a month later after the show. And like, you know, a lot of people talk. So a lot of people came to me, a lot of cast members came to me afterwards telling me like, Fessy was going back in the house saying y'all weren't boys, y'all were never that cool, y'all really weren't in an alliance, and that he felt like he needed to pick either, he didn't want to lose two friends, aka me or Josh, which that was just straight bullshit coming out of his mouth. The real reason why I think he did what he did, to get to the nitty gritty, y'all, is because he was paint on a wall last season. He didn't make a name for himself. He's athletic, he won challenges, he made it to a final, but that was it. So I felt like this season, the reason why he pulled that trigger was to make a name for himself. But what he did was dig himself a grave. Yeah. And honestly, like, watching it last night, man, going through all those emotions, because I'm viewing the show like y'all are viewing it. We don't know what they're gonna edit. We don't know what they're gonna say. We don't know what they're gonna show. So I knew what was gonna go on, but I didn't know exactly how they were gonna show it. Yeah. And from my perspective, I'm thinking in my head like, wow, like not only did Fessy lie to me, but I felt the need that Josh lied to me too, because, and I'm not trying to get away from the Fessy part because that's a whole conversation, because honestly, going into that elimination, I thought I was going against Josh. He looked me in my eye, man to man, and said, look, bro, it's down to you and I. Let's go battle it out and let the best man win. We had that conversation, but the entire time behind my back, he's telling Tori, please save me. Don't put me into elimination, blah, blah, blah. As he said it himself, he didn't even want to go against me. He wanted to go against Jay because he felt more comfortable. And that's the problem with these cast members nowadays, is because they're always trying to go off these weak links. That's what it's all about. And I understand the smart play, blah, 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 do what I got to do to make it to a final. It's $1 million on the line. Why do I want to go against the strongest competitor there? I get it. But don't be pussying out, look me in my eye and say you want to go against me, and you're going behind my back telling other people, no, I don't want to go against him. Please save me. Yeah. So that kind of threw me for a loop. I saw that last night. The whole Devin and I situation, Devin and I getting into it, that was crazy to me, because honestly, the way Amber came to me, she was bawling, crying on my shoulder. The way they showed it on TV, it didn't even look that bad. So that's why I had to go live with Amber and figure it out. Like, yo, did this really happen? Or did you play me to get a rouse out of me to go talk shit to Devin? Like, because Devin was my friend. Yeah. Devin's from Are You the One? Him and I talk outside the show. You know, we don't talk as much. We're not that close, but we're still cool. But so after confronting Devin like that, who would expect him to win the next challenge? Who would expect it to be a fucking drone?
I tweeted you. I was like, "Can you drive a drone, bro? Like, can you fly the drone?"
Like, I can't even drive a car, as y'all saw last season. Like, they gave me a drone.
Yeah.
So, and nobody was expecting that. Even on the bus the entire time, we're pulling up to this challenge, and we're thinking, okay, this has got to, we knew we had the drone training. We knew we had to fly some kind of drone, but we also thought we were going to have to run like 10 miles or carry something, get a code, do this and that, not get a drone and run up the stairs and plug it in. That's how short that challenge was. Literally, get your drone there, find the code, return your drone to the where you took off, and run up the stairs and plug it in. Nobody would have thought Devin and Tori would have won that. Yeah. And Devin's already on his high horse from winning his weak-ass elimination against Wes. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, let's and I'm like, damn, I just set myself up. So him winning that challenge right there, I'm like mind blowing. I'm like, okay, now I gotta do damage control. Because knowing Devin and knowing the fact that I came up to him, calling his ass out, letting him know your gold goal is up for the taking and nobody's scared to take it from you, he's gonna come after me. To me, that lit a fire under Devin's belt to get me out the house. But he also had other enemies in the house, AKA Josh. And Big Brother. He hates Big Brother. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, we get back to the house after that challenge. I'm like talking to Amber, and I'm letting Amber know, look, you got to take your ego down a little bit, because right now we could be on the chopping block of going in, because I confronted Devin about the entire situation. I don't want you to bow down to him. I'm not asking you to apologize to him, but I want you to calm down a little bit, maybe go talk to him so we won't get thrown in. So prior to that, 2 girls got hurt, AKA Nicole, AKA what's her name? The old girl from the UK. She was barely there. I forgot her name. Light-skinned girl. She got hurt. She hurt her elbow. Nicole went home. So in my head, I knew it was a guy's day. Now, everybody, when we went to voting, all the girls, no, it could be a girl's day, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, y'all. I'm not psychic. I'm not Boo Boo the Fool. It's not going to be a damn girl's day. We lost 2 girls. The numbers are not even. It doesn't make any sense at all. But the girls didn't want to take a chance. They didn't want to chance this at all. They was like, you know what? They looked at my partner and sized her up and say, if I got to go into elimination, I want to go against Amber because she's the smallest girl in the house. Now, let me address this real quick, because a lot of people on Twitter and social media wonder, why would I pick Amber? That is a big question. She has no experience. She's little. She has no size on her. And no, she's not going to put the fear in anybody. So why would you pick her? The reason why I picked her is because we got to know these girls before we had to pick the partners. I knew she was gullible. I knew she was friendly. And I knew that, okay, this girl has a good head on her shoulders. So she's not going to cause any drama, and she can make friends easily. And the fact that she wasn't attached to nobody else. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, they're going to save this girl towards the end to go against her. Nobody's going to throw her up there so fast, because she was her physically, anybody could beat her. In the physical, in the hall brawl, that's just straight facts.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're going to save the weak competitors to the end. So I thought it was a smart decision on my part, but to come to find out, it wasn't that smart. Because this was a numbers game. It always is, but this season was a spider web. Everybody was connected to everybody somehow, or working with somebody. If they didn't like that person, but the partner you were with liked that person, it was like, how do you go about that?
It's like you couldn't keep alliances to the end because some mixing shit up was gonna mess it up.
They were changing up every week, because you saw once the person lost in elimination, they picked a different partner. So now it's like, oh, okay, now I got to tell you all my secrets. You couldn't even trust your own partner as much, at all. So that's why it was double agents. So that's why I picked Amber. But moving forward, you know, it came down to Jay and I, basically, and Josh. And I knew for a fact that all the girls in the house were going to vote me because the safety net of Amber. Mm-hmm. So I already knew I was a house vote. Everybody knew that. It wasn't a surprise to nobody. But during that time frame, you know, everybody in the house saw this. I wasn't the only one to see this. Tori and Fessy doing their thing, a little flirtatious. And from my eyes, I can see them flirting. I can see something growing there. Tori was on Fessy's dick, and it was crazy. I'm like thinking in my head, like, what? Are you serious? Like, all right, we see this. But I didn't think it was going to play an effect to Tori and our friendship because Corey and Tori were partners. Yeah. So we all talked. So I'm thinking Tori's rocking with us. She's in our lines. Like, okay, I can trust her to a certain extent. And, you know, Fessy was family to me. And we're going to talk about that in a minute when we get to elimination. But walking up to this elimination right now, I knew I was going down there. But when Tori said Fessy's name, I was shocked. I was emotionally fucked. I did not know what was going on. I thought this was a joke. Actually, I literally thought this was a joke. Yeah. I looked up. Fessy's not even shocked. He's ready to go. So in my head, I'm like, damn, did you know this? Did you know this the entire time? And I'm like pissed the fuck off. I'm not even saying nothing right now. He stands next to me, and I'm thinking he's gonna be upset. He's gonna be mad, blah, blah, blah. But no, he is ready to rock. So as of right now, I'm thinking in my head's not even in an elimination right now. It's not. And if you look at my past eliminations, I'm in the game. I'm ready to go. Let the best man win. Like that's why I play eliminations, no doubt about this. But I wasn't even in the game. And the fact that Fessy and Corey knew that I dislocated my finger on the last challenge, that's why you saw Corey holding my hand in the episode, is because he was trying to say, he was telling Nelson, make a fist. I couldn't close my hand. I could not do it. And what people don't know and what the fans don't know is that production came up to me and say, Nelson, we advise you not to do this elimination because you can literally hurt your hand even worse. Mm-hmm. So basically they're telling me to forfeit. I'm like, I looked them in the eyes like, there's no fucking way I'm forfeiting. That's not even in my blood. You're going to have to kill me before I leave this elimination. Break me. I better not be able to physically not walk out of here for me to forfeit an elimination. So what they did was give me some ibuprofen and wrap my shit up. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, let's go. I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around this because in hardball, you're looking at your opponent right across from you. I'm looking at who I thought was my best friend, my family, my ride or die going against. And he put himself down there. And I still can't get through my head. Why would he do this? Mm-hmm. Why would he do this? So that first round, when he took off, I took off. I'm like, bang. I felt the conclusion. I felt him hit me. He felt me hit him. I tried to get as low as possible. And all this did was remind me of Rogan. Rogan's like 215, 220. Fessy's like 240, 6'4". Way bigger dude. I'm like, all right, bet. Let me just weather out the storm, go for his knees, go low as hard as possible. This man, not only is he bigger than me, was playing dirty.
Yeah.
Ripping my face mask off, throwing sand in my eyes, putting his knee into my dislocated finger, like trying to pick me up off the ground. I'm like, damn, bro. I thought we were friends. Not only you had to do me dirty, you got to also play dirty. Mm-hmm. So watching that first round, I didn't even know how close I was to the bell. I did not know it was this close, inches away from me beating him. I did not know that. I watched that. As soon as y'all saw it, I saw it. I was like, wow. And right there, I was like mind blowing because they're just like, damn, bro. This is exactly what happened to Rogan. Here comes round two. TJ's lines up. I'm exhausted. I'm holding my hand the entire time, and I'm just in pain right now. I was like, you know what, Nelson? Let's give it a go. You got this. You got it. No, you can win this. So round two goes, man. We hit each other again. And this next bang was head to head. And I was like, God damn, I felt the whole thing go down. Oh, my bad.
Got a call.
No, I ignored. That was Corey. Corey just
Yeah.
called me. I ignored his call. But like I was saying, I felt it go down my neck. And I'm like, damn, man, like, okay, hold on. You got this. Nelson. Next thing you know, man, we let loose. I ran for mine. He ran for his. He beat me. But this man had the nerve to come up to me and hug me and try to hug me. I was like, are you fucking serious? And I told myself, if I could close my fist right now, oh my God. If I could only close my fist. And you know, after they interviewed me, there was a lot going through my head and I still wasn't thinking straight, but all in my head, I was thinking, man, I hope it was worth it, bro. I hope this was worth it because not only did you lose a friend, but you drew the line in the sand and everybody knows how you played this game and what kind of man you truly are because your true colors came out tonight.
Yeah.
Y'all don't realize this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's a couple questions I had watching the show because obviously he was part of the Young Bucks, like the newer addition to it. And usually it's you, Corey, and Hunter. But Fessy even said in an interview, he was like, they have alliances, they're connected with people that I'm not connected with. So trying to justify all this bullshit. But in the future, I know you said you haven't talked to him right now. Are you and Corey and whoever, are y'all going to attach yourself to someone that quick again in the future?
Hell no. And you know what? That's what Cam told me. He said, Nelson, she told me you have such a big heart, but your intuition is so wrong sometimes. And they warned me. Leroy and Cam tried to throw Fessy in the first elimination against CT. His name popped up each time because I stayed in the room with Leroy, Jay, Joseph, and myself, and Cam will always be in there. And we talked about it, and I was like, look, y'all can trust Fessy. Fessy has my back. He's in my alliance. I rock with him. I talk to this guy outside of the show. Me and this guy are supposed to live together after the show. We talk about traveling together, living together. This was a day before the elimination. We're cheersing a beer, talking about, bro, we're traveling the world together when we get off this show. We're both single. We both got out of a relationship. So he's like, I got no ties. I don't have no kids. You don't have no kids. Let's go live our life. And I was down for it. I was like, bro, I can trust you. You're my brother. So hell no. I told Corey from now on, bro, like, I don't trust anybody. Not anybody in the house. They can literally look you in your eye and tell you what you want to hear just to get to the next level. And I understand $1 million is on the line, and I understand this is a game, but when I consider you family and a friend of mine, you could be honest with me. You could say, if he wanted to go into elimination because he was scared that he wasn't going to get a chance, he could have straight told me, hey, Nelson, if I see a hall brawl down there, I'm going to go in. No matter if it's you or Corey, I don't give a damn. And I'm like, all right, at least you man enough to tell me I respect you. I don't respect the fact that you want to go down against Corey now because we rocking with you, but I see what you're trying to do. I would respect the man if he would have told me that. There's no reason why not to speak that. At least I could have said Fessy was man enough to tell me that beforehand. And I would have respected the man. But for the man not to even tell me and then surprise me and lie to me, and you saw on other episodes, he also said, who's my alliance, who am I rocking with? He mentioned my name. Like, he said, I'm rocking with Corey, I'm rocking with Nelson. We rocked together last season, we're rocking together now. And I knew a couple other people was his alliance, and I knew my name wasn't on top of his list. I knew I was probably 4th or 5th that came. I knew that. If he had to pick, if it came down to that, I would totally understand. If it came down to me or Josh, I totally would understand. But it didn't. It was too early in the game to pull that trigger. We would have got him his gold skull. We would have got Corey's gold skull. We would have got mine. I would have got his. If Josh was rocking with him, I would have helped him get his. Like, that's how it should have gone. Yeah. For him to do that was bullshit. Oh,
I know. This ain't, but it's it's not unheard of. And I was going to ask you, because I know you personally, and I find myself always defending you in these in these Clubhouse rooms, because people are like, why did Nelson do that? I'm like, y'all, like, he's really like a solid person. Like, he doesn't, do like extra shit. Do you really, let's just talk about like the end goal is to win a season, right?
Right.
Do you think, even though you play the game very upfront and very just, you're very honest and transparent with people, do you think that is going to end up winning a season? Seeing how all these other people won, like Johnny and Sarah and Ashley and Hunter, do you think that your game is going to win a season? Because I want you to win, but I also see a lot of fuck shit happening on the show that gets people further along.
See, what I want to show people is that you don't have to fuck somebody over to make it to the top. And that's what's wrong with the world nowadays. That's what's wrong with this generation nowadays. They feel like, and this, I'm not just talking about the game, outside of the game, the real world. People feel like they have to fuck somebody else over to get to the top and be heartless about it. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. We should be teaching our younger generation, you don't have to do that to make it to the top. You can play a straight up game. And if you got that hustle and that grind in you, then you're going to make it. Nobody's going to take that away from you.
Yeah.
This game is not going to change who I am. This is who I am outside of the show. This is who I am in the real world. And if you let this game change who you are, then that speaks a lot of volume about yourself. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm not going to change the way. I'm not going to sit there and lie. I'm not going to straight up be honest and say, hey, this is my game plan and show all my cards straight up. No, I understand this is a game at the end of the day, but I'm not going to fuck over my family and my friends. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm going to do. Now, if we're on opposite sides of the ball game, yeah, you're my enemy at the time. Like, AKA, back in the day, Johnny, I'm not going to tell Johnny, oh, yeah, this is my gameplay, blah, blah, blah. No, but if I'm rocking with you, I'm going to keep it 100 and real with you. No doubt about it.
The word, you're going to keep it, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I know you. I know. So when I watch it, I will text you and be like, bruh, like last night I was like, I can't even watch this shit. Like that was such a whole move, like that he did. But I just, as a fan of the show, I always vote, I always root for, to be honest, I root for everybody Black. Obviously, because you're my friend, I root for you all the time when I know you're on the show. If Corey's on there, obviously Leroy and Cam and Big T, whoever. I'm rooting for everybody Black. All right.
Right. I respect it.
Facts. But the future, because last season you got hurt. You didn't get hurt, but you had you almost had hypothermia shit.
Yeah.
Right. And then this season, you hurt your finger. How many more challenges are in Nelly T? How many?
Man, as many as it takes to win, I guess, until his body breaks.
Yeah.
Until my body breaks. There's no telling, man, because I'm not going to lie to you, man. I love this show. It made me the man I am today, to be honest with you. I've grown a lot throughout the show. If you rock with me from the beginning, you'll know how much I've grown. I've made a lot of mistakes on the show. I'm not perfect, and I continue to make mistakes, but I continue to learn, I continue to grow, and I continue to live. And that's what's one thing about this show has taught me. And honestly, like I've told you this before, I don't know where I would have been at today if I wasn't on this show, mm-hmm. the way I used to be, the way I used to rock and stuff like that. So who knows? If God gives me the power to get out of bed and lift some weights and run a couple 10 miles and eat cow balls and catch hypothermia, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah. And travel the world and then hang out with some of your friends. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a blessing. Like we get, at the end of the day, you got to realize I've been to 7 different countries. And I'm 32 years old. I've experienced a lot. I've done things that people dream of doing. And I think I've told you this. When I was a kid, I used to pray all the time and say, you know what, God, all I want to do is travel the world, make money, and compete. But in high school, I was never on the A1 league. I was never the best basketball player, the best football player, never the fastest track. I was never that star. And I knew I loved to compete, but I knew I didn't love sports as much. And I didn't know what God had planned for me. But it all unfolded, and look what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And it all came at once. I might not have the $1 million yet, but accumulated $1 million throughout my time on this world. You know, he's gave it to me, but I haven't became a champion yet, and that's the end goal. Like, I want to show people if you keep striving for what you want and keep grinding, you can get it. And I think me being a champion in this game is gonna be, it's coming. My time is coming, and you know, the problem with this generation is that we want it now. We want it right now. We think it's our time now. Even though we put in the work like everybody else, we think it's our time, but it's not. It wasn't my time yet, and I gotta respect that. So if I make next season, if I get that phone call, best to believe I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm going to win this.
Yeah.
I'm going to win. There's no stopping me. There's no stopping me.
Is there anything that you see, because you've done, how many times have you done the challenge now? Which season is this?
This is my 7th season.
Your 7th season. So, and you have been on shows with the CT, with the Bananas, with the West. Is there anything that you've learned from them to win it that you are taking with you the next time that you get the call? Like, what is different about the winners than, say, anybody else?
You know, one thing I learned about CT this season is that, man, yeah, a lot of people fear him, but he plays this card. He plays the middle card. He's very quiet. He doesn't speak until he needs to speak. Because as you saw this season, I wasn't as loud as I usually am. I wasn't causing as much drama.
Yeah, you weren't calling people dishes and shit, yeah.
Exactly. Or go get fucked in the porta potty.
Yeah, whenever you got an argument with Kayla, I forgot what you said, but yeah. You being a little more strategic, you know.
Oh, no doubt. I had to be more strategic in this game because I've made plenty of mistakes and they all bit me in the ass. So I look at Darrell, I look at CT, I look at Johnny, and all these cats are very liked in the game. And I realize that because at the end of the day, this is a numbers game and people need to like you to stay in this game, or you're going to keep seeing elimination after elimination. And you're not going to win every elimination. I'm sorry. But TJ changed the game up when he brought this skull game into the game, into play. Because now you need a skull just to run the final, and now you're limited on skulls. And I can see the skull stuff staying in this game, to be honest with you, because people love it. People are not just floating to the top. People are not just under somebody's wing and riding somebody's bandwagon to get to the top. You actually got to put in some work to get to a final. So moving forward, you know, learning from CT, learning from Johnny, learning from Darrell, learning from Wes, is that, look, man, you can't be the villain and you can't be the hero all the time. When it's your time to talk and your time to play, that's when you speak up. You don't need to speak up every time, because that's when you put a target on your back. And I felt the need to speak up for everybody. If I didn't like something somebody was doing, I'm speaking my mouth. Nah, you did that. Hell no. You ain't gonna be quiet now. Talk that shit now. Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be that guy anymore. That's why we have these rookies coming in and like, all right, rookie, yeah, go ahead. Do you. I'm gonna sit back and relax and watch you. But shout out to all the rookies this season, because I think Corey and Hunter and I changed the game up to that, because now these rookies are having a mouthpiece. Now they're speaking up for themselves. Now they're here to play a game. They're just not sitting back in the background letting these vets take them out, as you saw this season. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to who else was a rookie this season that I really loved? Amber, I loved Amber this season. I loved all the rookies this season. They did a really hell of a job. Nam, shout out to Nam. I mean, we got a guy all the way from Germany on Beastmaster. We got Lolo. She's a rookie this season. She was one hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
I don't know what this challenge is. I don't know what the challenge thing. First, we were just reality stars coming up. Now we got true athletes like Lolo, WWF wrestlers and shit like that. So it's crazy, man. Who knows where the show is going? But it's making an impact, and the people are starting to really love the show. They love the show now. They love the show back then, but now we're considered a sport. We're on ESPN now. You know, people had nothing to do during COVID-19. We just ran with it.
The last question I want to ask you is, obviously, you and Corey and Hunter have made your name as the Young Bucks. That's your brand. That's the group. That's the team.
Right.
But it kind of, sometimes it seems like it almost works against you, just in the way that people kind of target you guys. Like, oh, you know, obviously they're going to be aligned together, so we got to take them out, blah, blah, blah. Kind of like, well, what do they call themselves? The Lavender Ladies? Was that
Lavender Ladies?
Yeah. It's almost like that. Do you think that y'all automatically coming in and people knowing y'all mess with each other, does that work towards your downfall? Or do you think y'all have kind of smoothed it out to where it's kind of helping you?
I think it works both ways, because I think you're right. It does put a target on the back, but you got to realize coming into this game, a lot of people have alliances. A lot of people are called back. If you see Leroy, you see Johnny. If you see Wes, you see Devin. If you you know people are rocking together already. If you see Nani, you see Anissa. If you see Anissa, you see Tori. We're just open with it. We're just like we stood together from season to season, so people know us coming into the game. We can't say we're not rocking with Hunter, we're not rocking with Corey. That's bullshit. Friends are gonna rock with friends no matter what. Sometimes it works against us, sometimes it works for us. But at the end of the day, Corey, Hunter, and I are not scared of anybody in the house, so we can care less. Like, we own that shit. We know we're rocking together. If you want to come for us, come for us. And that's at the end of the day. And do we want that target on our back? No, but we do, you know, because going into the house, people are like, okay, they're partnered together, so we need to split them up somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, they're going to have each other's back. Take Leroy and Cam, for example. You know they're going to rock together no matter what. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. That's like a Zach and Jenna. They're together, they're together. They're never going to vote. They're never going to say each other's name. They're never going to go against each other. So, I mean, like I said, that sucks in that aspect, but it does have its ups. I love rocking with Corey. I love rocking with Hunter. You know, hopefully we all come back on the show together one day, because I know people are waiting for it. I know people are missing Hunter. That's my guy. He's ready to come back. You know, Corey's in the best shape of his life right now, a.k.a. Dad Bod. That boy's in good shape right now. Shout out to Team Mom.
I was gonna say, where is Hunter? Where has he been at? When's he coming back?
He's doing the daddy thing, man. His little boy's getting really big right now, man. He's being the best father he can be. He's learning every day. He's staying fit, staying in shape. Corey's also doing the same thing. You know, both my guys have kids now, so it would, you know, bringing Fessy into TYB, man, knowing that him and I were on the same level. What I mean by that, we didn't have the responsibilities that Corey and Hunter did have at home, you know? So that hurt a lot, man, because I truly thought he was gonna be, I truly thought he was family. Yeah. Honestly, I really thought he wouldn't have done something like that, you know, honestly. So it is what it is now. Like I said, you live and learn. But back to Corey and Hunter, man, they're doing their thing. They're a family man now. They ain't out in these streets. They ain't clubbing. They ain't traveling the world as much, but they still doing their thing. And I'm so happy for them. They love every moment of it. And honestly, seeing them so happy with kids, I can't wait to have a little Nelly T of my own one day.
I'm going to say, you next. 2 hours.
Everybody's been asking. Every time I'm holding the kid on Instagram, is that your little one? Is that your little one? I was like, nah.
No, but very often, like, obviously I know Ryder's not yours, but there's like, you're holding like 3 different babies. I'm like, whose kid is this, bro? Like, where are these kids coming from?
I love kids, man. Honestly, I can't wait to be a dad. It's one of my dreams is to be a dad one day. You know, I didn't have my dad in my life, so, and Corey didn't either. You know, he didn't either. And I don't know Hunter's situation, but we all came from bad backgrounds. And I'm not looking for the simp story or anything, but we told each other the day we become dads, it's gonna be priceless. Like we're gonna be the best dad we can ever be. And hopefully I get that chance one day.
Fire. Well, as for the end of this interview, because you can go and watch mine and Nelson's countless other interviews on YouTube. I know you say you have your clothing line coming out, you have your agency coming out. Where can everybody find you, to learn more about that?
So no doubt, you can find me on Instagram _Nelson Thomas. You can find me on TikTok. Just popped off with it. Started off with a Fashion Nova video, MTV_Nelson. And look out for that clothing company on my Instagram because I'll be definitely putting it up there. We're definitely going to make a page, and I'll let you know when the merch drops. It's going to be hella crazy. Y'all know I'm big into fashion. You know I love to dress up. If I'm not wearing it, it's not getting made. And if you don't like it, shit, you're going to like it.
And you're on the actual Fashion Nova website, aren't you? Or is that Boo?
Yes,
yes,
I am on the Fashion Nova website. Shout out to Fashion Nova. Mad love from them, man. Mad love.
Dope. Well, until next time, next challenge, we will see you again, Nelson.
Y'all need to look out too. Ashley, you need to hook up with Cam and Leroy because they out in Houston now.
Real shit. Hold on, let me stop recording.